China is expected to buy more beef from Australia as trade uncertainty continues to affect international beef markets. Roger Maynard speaks with Australian farmers about the impact of America's tariff policy on their supply and where they see Chinese demand going.
In cattle yards all over Australia, beef sales are going through the roof. Last month alone, farmers exported a record 127,000 tonnes of beef, with China being Australia's second largest market after the United States. 2025 is looking to be the biggest year on record, with China likely to source any shortfall in its prime beef supplies from Australia.
In the short term anyway, it opens up a $2.5 billion gap, which Australians are primed to take advantage of, and the reality is we've already seen exports to China up 40% just this year.
While it's too early to say if the recent uplift in sales to China can be attributed to the Trump tariffs, the popularity of Australian beef is being felt in livestock markets across the nation, like this one in the small rural community of Rutherford near Maitland. Local stock agent Tony Bowe has been selling livestock most of his life. Everyone knows him here, and he recognises the importance of these sales.
We've got a lot of small producers here, and a lot of those small producers are very, very important to our business, and they're still very important to the Australian cattle industry, because this is basically our breeding area down here.
Rutherford Market is small in comparison to the industrial scale sale yards elsewhere, but it performs a crucial service for farmers who travel for miles to buy and sell stock here. Because of their smaller size, many of these animals are being bought for the long term. Rutherford plays an integral part in an industry worth billions of dollars a year. This is what's known as a store sale, where younger cattle are purchased for fattening to be sold and exported at a later date. Much of it will be to China and other Asian nations if trade uncertainties continue.
Yeah, it's going to create opportunities, yeah. Whether it's into China or into Korea or into Japan for their product, for their 100-day grain-fed product, yeah, I certainly think it's got a positive, yes, yeah.
Today, more than 1,000 head of cattle will go under the hammer here. Many buyers are after a bargain, which means you've got to know what you're looking for.
There's always a bargain to be had by buying an animal that nobody else wants for whatever reason, but they're good quality cattle here today, and the prices are not as much as I would have found here last month.
In the final analysis, it's also the quality of the meat that matters, and Australian livestock is subject to high standards of biosecurity. Old hands like Tony Bowe believe the current volatility triggered by the Trump tariffs and the possible repercussions bode well for the Australian market, whatever happens.
Certainly those sort of uncertainties in the world are definitely going to help our industry. There's no risk in the world, and I think going forward in 12 months' time we'll see a very, very big lift in this cattle market and livestock industry in Australia.
No one can say for sure, of course, and there are many other factors at play.
Well, China's demand for beef continues to grow. There's a projected 4 billion tonne gap that's forecast out to 2030 or 2040, and the consequence of that means that prices could go up if volumes don't meet that demand. But we've got to remember it's a competitive market. The US could come back, and Brazil is always there, ensuring that we have to innovate.
With all the uncertainty in world trade at the moment, the one constant in all this is Australia's ability to grow and adapt to changing market needs. The cattle going under the auctioneer's hammer here today will help to guarantee the future of an export industry that shows no sign of slowing down. Roger Maynard, CNA, in the tiny New South Wales community of Rutherford.